Now, singer Kelly Khumalo is back in the spotlight with the official release of her latest single titled Ngiyazithandela. The song is taken off the singer's album Unleashed, which was released in November last year. The award-winning performer joining us now this morning. Let me try and get that right once again. Ngiyazithandela.
Ngiyazithandela is the single. The album is Unleashed.
Unleashed, yes.
Yes.
Just I didn't butcher that. Welcome. Good morning. How are we this morning?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Lovely.
So, tell us, what's Kelly Khumalo been up to?
Promoting the album and writing the follow-up to the Kelly Khumalo story.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the follow-up to the Kelly Khumalo story?
It's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like the first book was released way too soon, and a lot happened to me after that. And a lot of people want to know, how do I overcome certain things, and what drives me, you know, what gives me the urge to get up every morning after everything that has happened to me. So I've put it all in the book so that people can read all about it and hopefully be inspired by it.
Well, it is 5 years, if I remember, coming up.
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years this year.
Since you lost Senzo in that horrid attack and incident, Kelly. So, is this your first album since then?
It's my second.
Since
My Truth came out, and then this one's the second.
Okay, so how has that influenced what's gone in?
It has helped quite a lot, especially with the previous one, My Truth. I had to just let my feelings into the music and talk about things I've been through and talk about the loss and talk about him, and somehow that allowed me to just heal and move on. Yeah.
So what does Ngiyazithandela mean?
Ngiyazithandela means I'm in love.
And are you? Is Kelly Khumalo in love again?
I think I am. I think I am. And for me, the importance of it is taking it slow and finding out what works and what doesn't. Because at the end of the day, as much as you are in love, you want to get to know the person you're in love with. And also getting to know yourself. Because you can't give what you don't have and what you don't understand.
So we'd like to get to know the person you're in love with. Who is it?
No. I'm not.
Do we know him?
Oh, everyone's watching. You probably know him. But
okay.
Actually, let's leave it there for today.
We probably know him. Okay,
Yeah.
so I suppose, Kelly, you know, many people watching you looking as gorgeous as you are, so confident and seeming to have found a place, and I don't want to say moved on, because you don't really move on from that kind of thing, from losing Senzo in the violent way that you did. It stays with you. But while you're still waiting for answers, while we're all still waiting for answers, how do you deal with that?
I think the wait is tormenting. And I'll tell you why. When I've done everything in my power, and a lot of people have said, "Yeah, tell us who killed Senzo."
Because people out there still believe you were there. You know?
I don't know those people who broke into the house. Otherwise, I would have gone to the house and said, "This is the person that did it." But I've given all the information that's necessary for the police to find the perpetrators. There was fingerprints in the house. There was a hat that was found in the house that had obviously DNA of whoever that was.
From one of the attackers.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, all the witnesses have cooperated. I don't know what the public wants from me. I've given my testimony to the people that deserve to know, which is the law. Anything beyond that is out of my hands.
So you have your own theories about what happened? Do you have your suspicions of maybe what happened, who's behind it,
Senzo was loved. It doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me how someone would just walk into the house and ask for phones and money and just kill somebody. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. It's something that I keep playing in my mind, trying to figure out what could have happened. Who hated him? He was at the peak of his career. Who did not like that? You know, there's so many things that I keep playing in my mind of what could have really happened.
Do you believe that it was just a straight out-and-out robbery, or do you think there was more to it than that?
I don't know, hey? I will never know. 1 minute I think maybe it was just a robbery gone wrong. The next minute I'm thinking maybe someone had it in for him. So it never just makes sense. It never does.
And why didn't they hurt anybody else? I mean, those are all the questions that
we all could have been hurt in the house, to be quite honest with you, because we put on quite a fight before the gun went off from the person.
Who put up quite a fight? Who fought with them?
We fought the people.
Like physically fought?
Physically fought. I mean, there was 9 people in the house. You know? And when those people came in and said, we want the money, we want the money and the phones, I'm like, you're joking.
How many of them were there? Remind us. I mean, you know, our memories fade.
2 people were in there.
There were 2 and there were 9 of you.
The people that I personally saw was 2 people, the guys that broke into the house. So it's like 7 adults versus 2 people who were like, we are going to fight you. And little did we know that they were ready to kill.
And did they, I mean, just again to remind us, did Senzo put up a fight? Did he go for them, that he ended up being the one shot?
Everybody in the house went for those guys. Even I went for those guys. I remember I had the wooden spoon because, I mean, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening to us. I fought. My mother fought. Senzo's friends were in the house. Senzo fought. Everybody fought in that house. We all fought for our lives. But we did not have guns.
Did you see their faces, the attackers? Did you see their faces, the attackers? Did you get a look at them?
I would know them anywhere. That's why I'm like, I do not understand. If there's fingerprints and the hat, you can find those people and we can identify those people. We were called to come and identify the suspects. Those people were not there. I would know them anywhere.
And you hadn't seen them before?
I have not seen them.
All right. And I mean, you sound very angry. I mean, you obviously would be very angry about the inability to solve this mystery. Yeah.
I feel like also the law is failing us. I know they've done everything in their power. Those people don't sleep. But I feel like if you have fingerprints, it should be easy to find someone, unless they're not from the country.
Okay. All right. Well, I suppose that's something we'll have to wait for answers for, and you'll be banging your head against a brick wall. We were wanting to talk about your album, and like, what's been the response? Very quickly for us.
It's been great. I've gone past 1.5 million streams, and the album came out in November. It's doing very well. The video Jehovah is doing very well, and the Dansi Comigo video is doing very well. And we're busy now having to. I'm actually thinking of repackaging the album.
Repackaging the album.
And adding more songs.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, we look forward to that. The wonderful, the beautiful, award-winning Kelly Khumalo joining us on Morning News today. Her new album, Unleashed, it released in November. So it's a different phase of Kelly Khumalo's life if you want to hear where she is at that moment in love, she says. So, well,